it's worked. It has worked on YouTube, which is good. Do you want to join on YouTube and then I can end it on here, or should we leave it on both and just see what happens? We could always leave it on both. Because I'm gonna read you Family History Book 2 so far. It's quite long. The chapters are very long. Yeah, it's quite a long story so far. I'm gonna just go from chapter 1. Oh no. I hope you feel better soon. So yeah, I'll read from chapter 1. I don't want to read the beginning, so I'll read chapter 1 onwards. Okay, chapter 1. What do you mean we have to get out? Mum shouted. I looked at Mum wide-eyed, not believing what she just said. Do you not remember? I exclaimed. No, what do you mean? Mum answered worriedly. As I locked eyes at Mum, my phone buzzed. I quickly glanced down and without hesitation I said, Mum, we need to check the news. It is urgent. Mum clasped the remote like an eagle grabbing its prey for lunch. When looking at the news from a first glance, everything seemed normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. All of a sudden, a photo of my dad and Mark Pocket was shown. The news reporter came on TV looking incredibly worried, as if she'd seen a ghost. She said, Hey everyone, tonight we are gathered on a sad occasion. Actually, I'm not going to read that bit. I'll go from chapter 2. A few minutes have gone by and the phone is still not doing anything. I held the power button down and all of a sudden the icon came back and the phone buzzed. If only I tried this earlier on. My home screen came back and as I was about to do my fingerprint, a video came on. It said, Watch me. I'm not sure if I want to. How did this get onto my phone? It wasn't there before. I stared at the video for about 5 minutes now, and I'm not sure whether to click play, as I'm not sure what's going to come up. All of a sudden, the voice started saying something. I can't quite hear it, so I'm going to stream it to my implants. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you earlier on in the story. I am deaf, and I have these implants to help me hear. I turned up the volume, and I can now hear what it is that they are saying. It says, I made this happen. I need to see you, Catherine. I need to explain my side of the story, as it will make sense. I won't do anything else to you or your mum, I promise. Why is Dad trying to come at me? I don't trust him. I need to get out of here, or at least speak to someone, because something needs to be done. We need to find him. But how? A few minutes have gone by and a voice rang its way through the speakers. It announces, Catherine, come to Terminal 5. I will see you there. As I stroll through the airport, everything starts to turn on and the lights start to flicker. The closer I am getting to the terminal entrance, the more anxiety I'm getting and more questions I have. I look to my right and I can see a plane at the end of the terminal. A big EasyJet plane. It looks much bigger than I thought. As I am walking, I am looking down at my feet as I walk, and all of a sudden a voice rang again. Look up, Catherine. I slowly lifted my head up, and as I did this, the person's figure started taking shape. Wrinkly hands, hairy arms, plain blue t-shirt, and even shorts. I don't want to carry on looking up, as I know exactly who it is that is in front of me. Before I knew it, my eyes locked in place with my dad. Follow me into my plane, Dad ordered. No, wait, hang on. I don't want to go in because I'm not sure if it's going to take off or anything with me in it. I'm staying by the door, I demanded. No, you have to come all the way in, ordered Dad. No, I only came here for you to tell me the truth, so now it is your time. Yes, okay, Dad answered. So a long time ago, me and your mum were together, and your mum had you. I felt like I couldn't look after you, as I didn't feel like a responsible adult. So I left your mum and went out with Jessica's mum. When your mum and I split up, she then got with Wilson, but those two had a fight because I was messaging your mum at the time, Dad said. But Dad, I already know this. What I really want to know is why do you keep following us and murdering people? I asked. Now, that is something I can't tell you, because if I tell you, then all of my secrets will be let out and I will be in prison. All of a sudden, the airplane doors started shutting and a piece of paper flew out. I grabbed the piece of paper off the floor and it says, Mr. Pocket wasn't always sweet and innocent. There's a reason behind what I did. There is someone else in the family that knows the full story, someone who you haven't met before. Once you discover that out, then let me know whether you still hate me or not. What I didn't realize from the first glance was that the piece of paper was folded in half. I unfolded the paper again and again until it was a complete piece. There is more stuff written on it. It says, you need to see someone called Jeremiah Mushtuk, who is my long lost brother. Don't worry, he won't do anything to you. He works in a place called New York in a big building called the Empire State. Now, you need to speak to him, but once you speak to him, you need to be patient and to really think about what you've been told. I turned around and started making my way back through the terminal and into the main airport. As I got closer, I realized that everything is back to normal. The lights are back on, there are more people, the screens are working again. I am now looking for a desk so that I could check in. I looked on my left and I could see someone in a nice posh outfit and a big smile. Hi, how can I help? The woman said. As she said this, my anxiety started creeping. Could I have a ticket to New York, please? I asked anxiously. Yes, of course, dear, the woman said. I peered up at the screen and it said that my plane is Terminal 5 and it boards in 10 minutes. Luckily, I'm right outside of Terminal 5 already. I'm going to sit on some chairs and just wait, as that is the only thing I can do right now. The more I sit here waiting for my plane, the more I'm starting to think that going to Terminal 5 is coincidental, as I saw my dad at this terminal. Meanwhile, whilst Catherine is at the terminal waiting for her plane, her dad asks the pilot if they can just turn the plane around on the runway to make Catherine think that it's a different plane when it isn't. Back at the airport, it's been 10 minutes now and the plane has finally hooked up to the terminal, and it is the same plane that my dad was on. This can't be right. It has to just be a big coincidence. As I start walking up to the plane, I have this really weird feeling about it. Something isn't right. But maybe I'm having this feeling because I've never been on a plane before, so it must just be anxiety. Anyway, time to go on the plane. I have approached the airplane doors and they open up as if it is a new destination and a new journey ahead of me. Chapter 3 Taxi Troubles. It has been 7 hours and 26 minutes, and we have now arrived at New York. As I'm stepping off the plane, I can see a large tunnel, which is the terminal connector. The connector will allow me to get off this plane, which I'm very excited about, because listening to children the whole time is not fun. I started walking down the terminal, and as I started to approach the main building, I started thinking about where I'm going to stay the night. I'm now going to head to the baggage area and wait for my bag. I'm now heading to the baggage, and as I walk over, I can see a thing that looks like a roundabout, but with bags going around it. So I guess this is where my bag will be. I have been waiting for 5 minutes now, and there is still no sign of my bag. Come on, come on. Ah, here it is. Time to get out of here. As I start walking over to the airport main exit, I just realized that I have no way of getting anywhere, and I don't even have anywhere to stay. I reached into my jumper pocket and grabbed my phone. I'm going to go into Google and see what hotels are near me. I searched hotels in New York. I pressed search and a hotel came up on the pod Times Square. Now that looks nice. I am now going to book a hotel room and book it for 3 weeks, as I have no idea how long I need to be there for, and what I'm going to be doing there. Right, now that I have done that, it is now time to get on a bus or taxi to get out of here. I looked up and could see this sign that says airport parking, airport pickups, and airport departure. I'm going to head to the airport departure as it sounds like it is somewhere that taxis would need to go to pick people up. The more I followed the sign, the darker it became, and all of a sudden a bunch of taxis started turning up. I'm going to approach a random taxi and see if they can take me to where I need to go. Excuse me, sir, can you help me? I asked anticipatingly. Um, what is it that you need help with? The taxi driver answered. I need to go to the Pod Hotel, please, and I'm wondering if you can take me, I asked. I looked at the man and waited for a response, but the longer I stand here, the more my legs feel like they're going to collapse. Um, please say yes. Please say yes, I said in my head. Sorry, man, but I have a booked drive, so I can't take you, Taximan said. Okay, sorry to waste your time. Yeah, well, it's Wi-Fi. As long as you can sort of get the gist of it. But on my screen it looks fine, so I don't know if it's on your, but I don't really know to be honest. Or it's because it might be near the fan on my computer. So if I try and move it over there, it might be okay. But I think it's, if anything, it's Wi-Fi. The taxi driver gave me one last long look and drove off. Why did he look at me like that? Maybe it's because of my disability. I looked around for another taxi, and everything started to become overwhelming. The noise, the lights, people talking, and everything moving. I pulled the implants off my head and put them in my pocket. I'm going to have a sit down and crouch to the floor. Oh yeah, it is kind of breaking up. That is so strange. Join me on YouTube, and we'll do it from there. We'll do it from YouTube. It'll be easier because YouTube isn't really breaking up, so we'll do it from there. Let's do it from YouTube. It always breaks up on there. Oh. Um, join on. What I will do is do that on one half and that on one half. There we go. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna want to share it on my social media platform. I want to try today for a minute. Logging into my TikTok. Put that for now. Okay, how about I do this? Bear with me a second. So I'm currently live on YouTube reading through book 2. So come and follow me on here and you guys will be able to come and watch with me and also have a chat about stuff. Right, let's see if that works. I can't see the chat. But now there isn't any. Yeah, I know. Okay. I will try and come. I will try and sort. Okay, I think I know why there's no comments. because I put it as for kids, which is what I shouldn't have done. Send feedback, share screen, share, edit. Aha, it might be on edit actually. How could I? I'm trying to figure out how I can. Here we go. Right, there we go. Now there's a chat box. Chat is, it says apparently the chat is disabled for the live stream. But I don't know why it's disabled for. Because it shouldn't be public. No, it's not made for kids. Yeah, I'm not too sure why it's saying that the chat's disabled, because that's a little bit strange. Because I've changed it to where it's not made for kids. But I don't know why. Paid promotion. Comment moderation. I don't know. It's kind of strange how it's. Okay, I'm gonna leave and then try and come back and see.